Hello, my name is Sultan Batur Nyamsuru. I'm from Mongolia. This is a video for Project 2, which is my assignment for history class. And so my person is Abraham Lincoln, who is running for president. So my English is not very good, and my English accent is also not very good. Okay, but I will try hard. So let's get started. So I'm Abraham Lincoln. I don't like slavery. If you don't like slavery, vote me. Question number 1. Is slavery morally right or wrong? I think slavery is wrong, morally and politically. I hate it. Slavery is completely wrong. I desire that it should be no further spread this United States, and I shouldn't object if it should gradually terminate in the whole Union. I say that we must not interfere with the institution of slavery in the states where it exists, because the Constitution forbids it, and the general welfare doesn't require us to do this. So we must prevent the revival of the African slave trade and the enacting by Congress of a territorial slave code. Question number 2. Is there any permanent class of hired laborers amongst us? We know Southern men declare that their slaves are better off than hired laborers amongst us. How little they know, whereof they speak. There is no permanent class of hired laborers amongst us. Free labor has the inspiration of hope. Pure slavery has no hope. The power of hope upon human exertion and happiness is wonderful. The slave master himself has a conception of it, and hence the system of tasks among slaves. The slave whom you cannot drive with the lash to break 75 pounds of hemp in a day, if you'll task him to break 100 and promise him pay for all he does over, he will break you 150. You have substitute hope for the rod. Question number 3. Do you have any prejudice against the Southern people? So, I think I have no prejudice against the people from the South. They are just what we would be in your situation. If slavery wasn't among them, they wouldn't have represented it. If it existed among us now, we shouldn't immediately abandon it. I believe in this to the masses of the North and South. Of course, on both sides there are people who under no circumstances will keep the slaves, and others who will gladly restore slavery if it doesn't exist. We know that some people from the South liberate their slaves, go north, and become leading abolitionists, while some from the north go south and become the cruelest slaveholders. When people in the south tell us that they are no more responsible for the origin of slavery than we are, I admit the fact. When an institution is considered existing and that it is very difficult to get rid of the satisfactory manner. I can understand and appreciate this statement, but of course, I won't blame them for not doing what I shouldn't know how to do. If all earthly power were given to me, I wouldn't know what to do with existing institution. My first impulse would be to free all the slaves and send them Liberia to my homeland. But a moment of reflection would convince me that no matter how great hope, no matter how I thought in this ultimately, its sudden fulfillment is impossible. If everyone had landed there on the same day, they would all have died in the next 10 days. And there is not enough surplus shipping and surplus money in the world deliver it there many times in days. So what? Free them all and leave them among us as subordinates. Is it safe enough that it improves your condition? I think any cases I wouldn't have one in captivity. However, the essence is not entirely clear to condemn people. So what is next? Free them and make them politically and socially equal to us? My own feelings don't recognize this. And if mine did, we know very well that those of the vast mass of white people will not. Thank you.